you just take a shower?
Nah, I just dumped water on my head. It's so hot, man. Vegas dry.
So congrats on the victory. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, man. I was happy going into the fight because I worked my butt off in this camp and had a good time. And you know, whenever you come away with a victory in this game at this level, I mean, I'm happy. All good, you know, all good.
So it feels like we last saw you in April, right?
Yes.
8 months. Do you want to be more consistent in 2018? I mean, you're on a bit of a roll now. Is that a goal, or do you like these long breaks in between fights?
Yeah, I want to stay more consistent. You know, it's just everything. You know, health and personal all that stuff. You know, aside. You know, if I'm healthy and I'm able to like train and prepare the way I should. Yeah, I want to stay more active. It's you know, this game is just very what's the word? Consuming, or you know, like when you got a girl, like your girl takes up a big portion of your life. That's how this game is. It's like a wife, man. It's like when you're in it, you got to focus all on it or not be in it. You know, so as long as I'm able to do that, be married to it and stuff. Yeah, I'd like to stay more active.
What are some of the other things that are sort of taking you away from?
You know, I don't like dwelling in the past and whatnot and bringing up old shit. But you know, some training stuff, moving, had my kid, my first son, me and my girl, getting adjusted to being a dad, and honestly, it's just like my whole life I just trained and fought, and like the last couple of years I kind of like had to put training aside and kind of grow up as a person, like I said, kid, and become more of a man, and I had to get rid of some people that were around me and all that, and kind of like take 4 steps back, take 8 steps forward type of stuff. So if that makes sense.
When did you become a dad?
I became a dad like June 29th.
Oh, congrats. How is life as a father, and how has that changed you?
Life as a father is awesome, man. Like at first, like when my girl told me, I was like 3 or 4 weeks away from fighting Charles Oliveira, and I came home and my girl was like, I'm like, what's up with you, you know? And she was just like, all weird stuff, and I was like, oh shit, like, is everything okay? Like, somebody died or something? She's like, I'm pregnant, and I was just like, well, what do you mean? And at first I was like kind of reacting, and I was like, wait, hold up, I was like, this is one of those moments in life, you know, where you gotta be like, it's gonna be all right, like, babe, yes, we're gonna get through this. But I was scared shitless, you know, I was scared, and since I had Mac, my son, you know, I've kind of gotten like adjusted to where like I can still fight and have a son, because I honestly was never planning on having a kid until I was done fighting. So it was a tough adjustment for me. Honestly, I made it tougher than it had to be. Like, I was just scared, nervous, you know, but stronger man for it. My son's a G. He's you know what I'm saying, he's like a little boy, dude. He plays with swords and guns all day, so it's tight. So
at 6 months?
He's a year and 6 months.
A year? Oh, last. Okay.
Yeah, last year. Yeah. So, yeah.
What's it like being back in Alliance?
Awesome. You know, I got Jeremy Stevens. He's fighting in a couple of weeks. He was like main training partner for me. Me and Eric were jamming. Eric Del Fiero, all camp, man, just putting in work, grinding, just really living it, man. And the team's awesome. San Diego's awesome as always. So going into this fight, I really felt like best shape. You know, Alliance is where I need to be, and that's where I'm at now. So it's awesome.
You mentioned there were people around you that, like, I guess, weren't good for you. Is this the change that you kind of needed on a personal level to be able to get back into focus for everything that you do as a fighter? Well,
you know, like the people, I'm not going to say who it was, but there were some people that you guys wouldn't guess, like, unless I'd straight up told you, that I need to get kind of away from me. And as far as like look, I'm a fighter, you know, like in my mind, if I have to, I'll train by myself and fight. Like that's just like, as a fighter, that's what you do. But sometimes I'm so stubborn that I try doing shit on my own that like I just cut myself short. So I do really believe this is where I need to be training with Eric and Alliance and guys like Jeremy Stevens and stuff like that. And honestly, it was kind of crazy how it all happened. Like, it wasn't anything planned how I got back with Alliance. Like, I was at Jeremy Stevens' wedding, like, what was that, 4 months ago or something? And he was getting married, dude, and we were just all, you know, getting after it, drinking and shit. And I haven't talked to Eric in like 2 years at this time, you know? and he was at the wedding, and I was like, oh, you know, like I didn't say anything to him. We were drinking, we just ran into each other, and we're just like, hey, you know, how was everything? Cool. And one thing led to another, and I was just like, hey man, like, you know, we kind of just hashed shit out, had a good talk. And he was just like, you know, like, dude, you're more than welcome. And I was like, bro, I'm fighting fucking Rick Glenn in like 9 weeks or something at the time was the word. And I was like, you got time for me? And he was like, yeah, let's get it. And I flew out there like the next week, and we just started training and getting it, man. Jury, like I said, I've been grinding up to this. Jury came out with me for this fight. I'm going to St. Louis in a couple of weeks for him. So that's what we do. This is what we do. That's it.
So do you feel like this is a more permanent thing for you now moving forward?
Yeah. I mean, I can't predict the future. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, I could get hit in a car or whatever. But as far as like what we got going on right now at Alliance and the momentum and the work ethic that we're putting in and all that, like, yeah, this is where I'd like to finish my my competitive career.
I mean, Rick Glenn's a big name, a big win, back to back, really looking really good at featherweight. Do you feel like you've earned a top ranked guy for your next one?
You know, like, okay, look at this. When I lost those 2 fights in a row, I was messed up because I was looking at this title. Like before I fought Cerrone, I was like, I'm gonna beat Cerrone. I'm going for a title. And when I lost to Cerrone, I was just like, my mind couldn't comprehend shit because I was like, no, like that was supposed to be, I should be fighting for a title now, and I was taking steps backwards. So like, as far as like your question, like, do I deserve this or do I deserve a top-ranked opponent or whatever? Like, we'll see what UFC wants to do. You know, like I'm 29. Just, you know, have some patience. I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. And if a top-ranked opponent comes, if a title shot comes, whatever, man. Like, I'm not gonna chase it. Like everybody wants. Of course, I want gold. I want the belt, right? I want the belt. I want the money. I want all that stuff, right? But I mean, everybody wants that, and I can't focus on that. That shit's gonna come as a byproduct of me training, me taking fights, me serving the UFC, me serving the fans. Like, when I serve the people in my company, that's when shit gets, money and all that stuff comes back to me. It's like the cardinal rule: give and receive. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna keep giving, keep working hard, and it's all gonna come to me.
Just living in the moment.
That's it.
When we spoke to you in April, you were very, I guess, honest about the state of MMA and trash talking and how you didn't like the way the sport was going and evolving. How do you feel about it 8 months later? The same? Changed your opinions?
You know, honestly, you might have caught me at a bad time, because sometimes I get pissed off, and like honestly, like, I respect people that like, you know, if you speak your mind, be who you are. Like, you know, if you want to be like the Diaz brothers, you know, and you want to have like that type of personality, cool. But I just feel like you don't have to kind of be fake with what you do. So that's, I guess, like when you see people trying to be people that they're not, I don't like that. But you know, I don't have anything against the shit talking. Like, you see people that do it and they get bigger contracts and they get stuff out of it, right? Like, I can't hate on my man because, you know, he's leaning into the show business part and getting money for him and his family. Like, I can't hate on that. So I'm cool with the trash talk. If people are gonna do it. It's just don't look stupid doing it, because, you know, if you're fake, then people aren't dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, people aren't dumb. People can tell, you know, who's genuine and who's not.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.